Hey everyone, we're back with more Fire Emblem Warriors 3. Last we left off, a lot has happened. The support. The Alliance has now redefined itself as a federation. Yeah. Anyway. So it's the start of a new chapter and we got things to do. Gonna check in the quad first and see what he wants.
One step at a time.
Good, you made it in time. Come on, the meeting's getting started. I was not informed about a meeting. Don't be shy. Speak up if you got a suggestion.
I've got it! What if we did this?
Will this work?
What if...
I've got an idea.
What if...
Will this work?
I mean, this seems the most practical for me. Use the number of vulneraries at the start of battle.
I'll try.
One step at a time.
Sounds good to me. Let's get rolling, everyone.
How's that?
You've been really working hard. I guess everyone's got a different way of getting motivated. I know they all want to get through this without anyone dying, but that's not how war works. You should spend time with the others while you can. That way you won't have any regrets.
Hey!
How do you say it like that? Thinking about close friends reminds you of my old mercenary band. Actually, I made a little something when I first became a full-fledged mercenary. Might not be a bad idea to give that to someone. It'd be my way of saying I'll always be there for them. Merc whistle. Alliance nobles. Register the prominent noble houses of the Lesser Alliance. Well, we have it here now. House Regan. Leading house of the Lesser Alliance and descendants of one of the 10 elites. In the Crescent Moon War of 881, they spearheaded the move towards independence from the kingdom, as well as the establishment of a republic by its former vassals. They've held the esteemed responsibility of leading the Alliance Round Table ever since. The position of this House of Dukes relies on the noble rank bestowed upon it by the kingdom well before the Alliance's founding. Current Duke Regan's heir Godfrey died in an accident while on duty. While he did leave behind a surviving daughter, she is presently unaccounted for. I did not hear about this. God has a cousin somewhere. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, the House Goneril, is a military house that is chiefly tasked with military strikes and defense against the Amiran army, mostly due to a territory position in the east. Lord Holst, the next head of the house, is widely renowned as the Alliance's bravest general. House Cordelia. The House of Counts with land in the east of Leicester territory. In 1167, it was involved in House Hrim's rebellion, and the Empire retaliated by repeatedly meddling in the house's internal affairs, leading to a sharp decline in its noble standing. Typical Empire. Descendants of 110 elites, this House of Counts hails from southern Leicester territory. Oscar. The current head of House is ambitious, excels at public relations, and is an influential voice among the 5 noble families with voting rights at the Leicester Alliance Round Table, second only to House Regan. House Edmund. The House of Margraves with land in the north of Leicester territory. Its beneficial trade policies, emphasizing fair use of its personal harbors, have awarded the house a great deal of clout, to such a degree that it was eventually accepted into the ranks of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. The current head of the house is a renowned orator, House Daphne. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, and formerly among the 5 great lords of the Alliance, they lost much power due to internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of House Daphne has worn a crest. In spite of this, it still maintains its status as a noble family. Did I get that major blood mixed in? We got the supplies now.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Finally. What's first?
Hey there, got time for a little chat?
I do, but don't you kind of have a lot going on right now? Oh, I should probably be using your title now, shouldn't I? Since you're a king and all, your majesty.
Call me whatever you want. I'm still the same Claude.
I was shocked when I heard you were going to be the king of Leicester. I never imagined you'd be able to unify the Alliance and make it all official.
Hey, it was your idea. Don't tell me you forgot.
I mean, did I actually agree? I vaguely remember.
Oh, right, the thing! The thing I definitely remember. That thing.
Are you sure? You're not filling me with confidence in your memory here. You said that the Alliance should get rid of the Round Table system so we could act more decisively.
I remember protagonist. Excuse me, my poor memory.
Oh yeah, I did say that. But I didn't expect you to remake the whole Alliance as a federation, whatever that is.
Alliance, Federation, they're the same thing with different names. I just established something new to get rid of the old system.
Technically speaking, a federation is has a central government, but the states are still independent considering their internal affairs. So it is a step up from an alliance. Or down, depending on how you look at a monarchy.
Huh. I guess it makes sense when you put it that way.
You're a strange one, you know that? I find myself actually wanting to open up to you. It's probably because you don't seem to have any strings attached. Makes it easy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm just a wandering mercenary. All my life, I've never had many relationships to speak of.
Right, right. You were taken in pretty young, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't remember any of it. That's what my mom told me.
The lady who raised you. What kind of person was she?
How do I put it? It was like she could do anything. She taught me all sorts of stuff. We lived in a small village deep in the mountains. It was a humble life, and I didn't interact much with the other villagers. And one day, my mom suddenly got sick and passed away, and I was booted out of the village.
It's rude.
I had to use everything she taught me just to stay alive after that.
So, you were left to face the world all alone after they kicked you out, huh?
The whole time, yeah. I became a mercenary. The groups I joined didn't last for long, so I ended up drifting from one place to the next. And that's how I ended up like this. Completely untethered.
I see. You know, I think I understand you a little better now.
Though I suppose I can't say for certain that I don't have any connections.
You mean your power?
Yeah. Still have no idea what it actually is or who my real parents are.
Just remember that no matter what you find out, it won't change who you are. Just like how becoming a king hasn't changed who I am.
Oh, we'll see about that, Claude. Ah, really?
Oh, hello. Are you on your way to get something to eat?
Yeah, you?
I am. Shall we go together then?
Sure thing. I wonder what they've cooked up for us today. That was satisfying. Pretty nice getting such tasty meals all the time, huh?
I agree. The meal was lovely.
You didn't finish your meat again. It's kind of a waste, you know.
I ate a lot of the vegetables, so you can have it.
Hey, if you're offering... Wait a minute. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I think we have.
Did something happen to you, Marianne? You seem more relaxed today. In a good way, of course.
Oh no, nothing in particular. But I made a decision. I'm not going to worry about whether I bring misfortune to others or not. I've been a part of this army for a while now, and I've worked closely with everyone in it. And nothing terrible has happened to anyone as a result of being around me.
Well, of course nothing bad's happened.
I'm still a bit anxious about everything, but I decided to adopt a more easygoing attitude. I'd like to emulate you and your nonchalant demeanor, how you can just move through the world without a care.
You're making me sound kind of irresponsible. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I say if you want to talk to people, then talk to them. You want to be alone, then do that. I really think it's best to just be yourself. Don't force anything.
Yes, I think so too. But I fear my adoptive father might chastise me again if I say that to him.
Forget what he says.
I'm not so sure about that. I think he'd acknowledge how far you've come if he saw you now.
You really think so?
You might not have noticed, but you're a lot different than you used to be. You're definitely somewhat sociable. More so, even.
I just hope that's good enough for him.
I'd like to think it will be. Well, I mean, I guess I don't really know what kind of guy your father is.
Sometimes I think you say whatever pops into your head without thinking. I suppose that's what I like about you, isn't it? I can already tell I'm going to learn a lot from you.
I wouldn't go that far. Well, how'd it go?
Good transport force. Good.
Any result's a good result.
Activity and training points to use. You looking? And get some more points for Petra.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
Wow, that hit the spot! I'm so glad we're friends.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright, what's up, Raph?
Hey, how's it going? You been getting enough food?
Definitely. I'm eating way better than I was back in my mercenary days.
You didn't eat so good, huh?
I spent most of my time moving from place to place, so I had to manage on my own. I'd just fling whatever I could get my hands on into a pot. Can't say any of it ever tasted too great.
Wow, I'm surprised you could even live like that. And you never stayed at an inn?
Sometimes, if one happened to be nearby and I had a little extra money lining my pockets. But I never really felt like the food there was any better.
Sounds like you were at all the wrong places then. Nothing fun about a bad meal, I always say. That's why I want my inn to be known far and wide for its delicious food. I was actually hoping to do some cooking out here, too, so I could hone my craft.
Good for you, Raph.
But I don't think it's going so good. You want to know why?
Does he keep eating it?
If I had to guess, it's because you think everything tastes good no matter what.
Hey now, I know the difference between regular old grub and the kind of stuff that gets your mouth watering. See, all the meat and fish we've got in the pantry is preserved. When you're not working with the fresh stuff, nothing you make's gonna have people hollering for more.
Good point, good point.
You think? There are dishes from all over the world that use ingredients that are on the verge of going bad.
You sure that isn't because they don't have a choice?
I'm no expert, but I've heard it can make a nice cut of meat even more savory depending on how you prep it.
Huh. Maybe we can learn some more if we ask someone who's from one of those places.
Not to mention, there are other ways of preserving food, too.
You mean, besides dumping salt on everything?
I'm sure you know about smoking your food, right? Things will keep for even longer if you do that after you cure them.
Yeah, but I heard that makes meat all smoky and gross. Kinda defeats the point if you ask me.
I think it depends on how you do it and what kind of wood you use. Apparently, it's really good if you do it right.
Wow, you sure know a lot about this stuff.
My mercenary days showed me more about the world than I could have ever imagined. I only really remember bits and pieces, though.
Come on, don't be so modest. I can't wait to get back in the kitchen with these new ideas you gave me. Hey, speaking of ideas, you want to help me think up some recipes with the stuff we've got here?
I'm not so sure me and cooking mix. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
That's the spirit. I know we'll come up with some feast-worthy food if we just put our heads together.
This support brought to you by the Fulton Food Network.
Hunger is the true enemy.
I want everyone to have a little bit of support, please.
Solid, solid.
For me? Really? Well, that's very kind of you. Let's eat it together.
Oh, this is the best! Let's eat!
Come back whenever you're hungry.
go.
I'm tired. Time to find a good spot for a nap.
Bernadetta?
Bernadetta? Why are you skulking in the weeds?
No reason! Not getting in the way of two people's love at all! No, sir!
Bernadetta, what are you doing?
Huh? But I'm alone here. Ah, I see. That.
What are we looking at?
Yeah, that! I was out walking when I saw them! A man and a woman together in the woods, getting, heated.
Bernadetta, please.
Well, neither of them seems to be dead yet.
They're on a secret date, you dummy! Not fighting!
Regardless, how does two lovers stealing a moment alone lead to you curled up here in the fetal position?
Because I'm hiding! I mean, if I messed up their date, they might try to get revenge on me!
Relax. To them, you're no different than a pebble on the side of the road.
Hey, I'm not a pebble! I mean, sure, sometimes I wish I was just a rock, but...
Then just roll away quietly and you'll be fine.
Just roll away quietly. Hey, yeah! Wait, no! They'd see me! Stop trying to get me killed!
We've made enough racket over here to raise the dead and they haven't even noticed. I think it's safe to say they're off in their own little world. Still, good for them, sharing words of love when either one could die tomorrow.
Wait, they could die tomorrow?
They're both soldiers who serve on the front lines. I doubt a rosy future awaits them.
No! That's not true! Couples swearing their love and defying destiny are a staple of classic fiction!
That's why it's fiction, Bernadetta.
Sure, but the fact it wouldn't happen in reality is what makes it such a good story, right?
Wait, but there are tons of stories where two people who have sworn their love don't ever meet again.
Likely because that's something people are familiar with from their own lives.
Okay, so which is it? I believe those two can be happy together, so they can, right?
I hope that's the case, but reality is cruel. Anyway, I've talked myself right to sleep.
Huh? Come on, don't sleep there!
There are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know.
Uh-oh. Guess I'd better try that turn into a pebble and roll away quietly plan.
I wonder how that's gonna progress. I'm just gonna keep watching that couple like it's a telenovela. That'd be fun.
Care to make yourself use? We all must do
Anything.
our fair share.
Commander's Journal. Second day at the Blue Sea Moon. Cloudy. In the face of the brutal savagery of the Amiran main force, they could do naught but abandon the front and retreat to a hastily constructed stronghold in Fulton's throat. If they get past us, there will be nothing to stop an Amiran invasion of Leicester. We must retain the stronghold. Fifth day at the Blue Sea Moon. Raining with strong wind. With the Amirans bearing down on us, we hoped to repel them with archers, but the wind and rain were against us and our aim was untrue. I understand we are to be reinforced by Imperial snipers tomorrow, but if this weather continues, it will hardly make a difference. Sixth day of the Blue Sea Moon, raining for strong winds. The weather does not turn. As expected, the arrows loosed by our new Imperial friends mostly hit the ground. The Imperials also brought a tactician with them. I doubt he'll be of much use. So far, all he's done is use some strange instrument and scribble notes to himself. No strategies forthcoming. What could that be? 7th day of the Blue Sea Moon. Cloudy with strong winds. Out of nowhere, the Imperial tactician gathered all of the archers together, built them some figures, and ordered them to adjust the angle and direction of their fire. I don't think anyone believed him, but they did as ordered, and amazing our arrows started hitting the enemy. Just as I calculated, he said. A mathematician. 10th day of the Blue Sea Moon. Sunny, no wind. The enemy attack is blunted, and the wind is letting up, giving us a chance to finally mount a counterattack. Without that mathematician, we never would have lasted this long. If I see him again after our victory, I'll be sure to let him know. He was the hero of this battle. Thanks, nerd.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I'll do what I can.
I will see it done speedily.
Oh, neat. Good gift.
We all must do our fair share.
Who else I can work on?
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
Hunger is the true enemy.
That's Leonie.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
This is one of my favorites. Thank you. This really makes my day.
Thanks. I love this.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
More activity point. I do want to see what this looks like. Blowing some voltas.
Hunger is the true enemy.
It'll take a while.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
Ah, a high-quality meal suitable for my refined palate. I am most grateful.
Hey, my favorite! You sure know how to brighten a guy's day. Come back whenever you're hungry.
Time to work you into shape.
Train up. Let's leave it at this for now.
We both were sweating greatly.
Very nice.
This is quite fascinating.
That felt good. Let's do it again.
A new power is now being mine.
How's this gonna help?
Getting stronger.
Right, now we can switch a couple of these around. What am I gonna do here now, Hilda? Just get a level up. Go for their support too.
Time to whip my muscles into shape. They're gonna be begging for mercy by the time I'm done with them.
Could you do your muscle training another day? I doubt I'd be able to keep up. Well, at least it's over.
Hey, a new power.
I'll remember this.
Hope this is good for something.
Can't wait to get back out there.
I've got the hang of it.
Getting stronger.
This is suitable.
Nice, nice.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
You need to get horns into some magic. Now level up that mage class with someone. Yeah, we'll level this up soon enough. So, think about that.
Well, at least it's over.
This power will help me soar.
This is suitable.
Glad I haven't been wasting my time.
Yeah, if anyone else is really magic-y. And get experience in Bishop.
Time to work you into shape.
No matter the path, I'll forge ahead.
Gonna round things out.
The more I can do, the better.
And I can use up this last train.
Never a dull moment with you around, Holst. Still, why don't the two of us ever really cut loose like we used to?
Because we're older now, and much stronger. A rampage like when we were kids would endanger the entire area.
Yeah!
Wait, is that it?
Hey, a new power.
I work to grow. I'll put this to good use. Can't wait to see it in action.
Training can be the difference. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Oh, now I can wrap up Lawrence and Leonie's support.
Ah, the simple joys of a refreshing morning's exercise.
Oh, hey Lawrence. Kinda early for you, isn't it? What are you doing here?
In truth, I was waiting for you, Leonie. I merely decided to fit in a spot of training in the meanwhile.
For me?
There's something I was hoping to speak to you about. Do you recall our last conversation here? You said, the day may come that more commoners begin to make their own choices, begin to live without relying on the nobility.
Sure, I remember. What about it?
Well, your words were quite shocking to me. I've spent no small amount of time turning them over in my mind since. If you speak true, I wonder how I, as a noble, should proceed.
Huh. And? You reach any grand conclusions?
Well, it is an ironclad rule of the nobility that the commoners living on our land fall under our protection. And yet, some still slip through our fingers. That is simply the state of things in today's world. In a way, you are one of them, though you did choose this path of your own accord.
Hold on. Did you really have to put it like that? I didn't slip through anyone's fingers. I jumped out all on my own.
Well, yes, I suppose you did. My apologies. In truth, I find it exceedingly difficult to stand in the shoes of the everyman while also pushing matters forward as a noble. But if I'm unable to do exactly that, I have no hope of preserving the stability of my territory. As such, I am looking to bring an exceptional commoner into the ranks at House Gloucester to act as my advisor.
That's a surprise. I thought there was supposed to be some huge boundary between nobles and their people.
I assure you, such a boundary still exists. But I've come to realize something of late. As we proceed into the uncertain future, more and more common folk will begin to break free of their defined roles. Such an era will be upon us before long. Your actions are proof enough of that.
Whoa, slow down there. I don't think I'm some kind of great trailblazer or anything.
I've simply interpreted the meaning behind your words. I thank you for leading me to this realization.
Yeah, still not seeing it. I don't need your thanks.
Leonie, I had this idea with your story in mind. As for the commoner I would invite to House Gloucester, the proposal I mentioned earlier, how would you like to fill that role?
I appreciate the invite, really. And I know it's supposed to be this huge honor, but there's other things I want to do in life. My dream is to become a mercenary just like the captain, and I'm already on the road to making that happen. I can't abandon that. I won't.
Very well. I suppose I would not want to stand in the way of your dreams. In that case, I pray you succeed in your endeavors, but I'll be here should you ever change your mind.
Good to know I have a backup. Thanks, Lawrence.
That's a good way forward. It's a representation in your government.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend.
Well, maybe I don't need so many seals since a lot of the intermediate classes kind of funnel into advanced classes, but it'll be nice to have, I'm sure.
Hope to see you again soon.
Anyway, now that we've wrapped that up, what are we dealing with again?
Hey there.
Oh, Holst.
Oh, Holst. What's going on?
Our king has agreed to meet with the Adrestian Emperor.
Claude's gonna talk to Edelgard?
You're actually gonna talk?
Yes, and you'll be joining us. You're the only reliable bodyguard we could find on such short notice.
Okay then. Lead the way.
It's good to see you again, Claude. Congratulations on your coronation as the first king of the Leicester Federation.
What's this? The Empire has officially recognized our Federation? Why, Edelgard, I'm touched. But I did have my heart set on an apology. You launched an unprovoked attack against us after all.
Attack? The Empire merely responded to an invitation from Viscount Acheron of House Phlegethon. Alas, fortune turned against him at the Great Bridge of Myrden, and he perished in the battle. As a result, we did garrison our army in Gloucester territory for a brief time. But I would hardly call that an unprovoked attack.
Huh. And dead men tell no tales, right? Although I'll grant you that he sold us out to the Empire.
Whatever transpired, the Empire and the Alliance did end up at war with one another. And I do not deny that the Imperial Army caused harm within Alliance territory. We are prepared to offer appropriate restitution for that.
That works. We'll take tangible resources over insincere apologies any day.
Claude.
We can hash out the definition of appropriate later. Want to move on to the real reason we're here?
Yes, by all means. I trust you read my letter? The Central Church must be eliminated before Fodlan can be reborn. Your help would go a long way towards accomplishing that.
Oh, I read it all right. And from a personal standpoint, it's something I can get behind. But as the leader of the Federation, I can't say the same. You can't expect the people of Leicester to embrace this Southern Church that you've dredged up out of nowhere.
I must take issue with that assertion. The Southern Church has a long and storied history in Fodlan.
Nonsense. You hastily resurrected some dusty old sect and appointed the Empire's own Minister of Religious Affairs as its bishop.
That's pretty sus.
Do you honestly expect us to acknowledge such an obvious sham?
None of us will shed any tears if you do not. Nor did we truly expect that you would.
We do not care where the Federation places its faith, so long as it is not in the Central Church.
So all you're looking for is a little cooperation in taking them down? And I assume the Kingdom's on your hit list too, since they've given them sanctuary.
I understand the Federation faces challenges of its own. Surely you would prefer a quick return to stability at your borders with the Empire.
Oh? I'd like to hear a little more about these challenges you think we have, but maybe now isn't the best time.
Huber's just like, oh, that's a nice federation you have there. It would be a shame if something happened to it.
Claude, we want stability. The decision is yours to make. Knowing you, I am certain you will carefully consider the costs and benefits, rather than let emotions dictate your decision.
All right, I'm in. Holst, do you feel satisfied with those terms?
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Myrden.
Hubert, I trust you have no objections?
None, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Then let us conclude our discussions for now, and go inform the world that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter future.
Sounds like a plan to me. I, Claude von Regan, King of the Leicester Federation, hereby swear this pact. Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire, and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fodlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Federation to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
So there is a copy
I'm
of
sure
this
you
in writing,
noticed
right?
How Edelgard wouldn't even deign to acknowledge your existence. How empty does it make you feel to witness history marching forward without any say in which direction it takes?
I never wanted to be the one making history. That's too big a role for a humble mercenary. That said, I don't know about this. The kingdom and the church are suddenly our enemies now. Is everyone really just gonna get on board with that?
And Demetrius not gonna like this.
Ignatz Victor reporting, Your Excellency.
Yes, yes, come in.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I think you're supposed to say, "Forgive my intrusion."
Right, yes. Forgive me, Your Excellency.
Listen, Ignatz, I may have a title now, but you and I are still friends as we have always been. All this formality is starting to make my skin crawl. Please, just treat me the same as ever you have.
That's a rare statement from you, Lawrence.
Oh, right. Of course. Anyway, what do you need?
You've no doubt heard about the bandits who appeared in Gloucester, yes? The ones who were supposedly former mercenaries.
They've been around for a while, right?
Yes. My men have been searching for their base for some time now, and I believe they have finally located it. I took the opportunity to look into the provenance of these bandits anew. It seems they were indeed a mercenary band, one in the employ of my father.
I see.
For some reason, they have abandoned the sellsword life and fallen into banditry.
But why would they do that?
I do not know. I attempted to discuss it with my father, but his only concern at present is finding me a proper spouse.
At a time like this?
When I ask, he evades me and changes the subject.
Yes. That's quite the conundrum.
Regardless, I cannot ignore these bandits, especially if my father had something to do with them. Thusly, I have decided to deal with them myself, and I was hoping you might join me.
Of course. I'm a knight of House Gloucester, after all.
Good. Oh, and as it would be a rather tall order for the two of us to take on a gang of brigands alone, I have called in some additional support.
Hey, Lawrence. I came as soon as I could.
Just once, I wish one of my acquaintances could split the difference between absurd formality and dire nonchalance. I am a count now, you know.
You can't have it both ways, Lawrence.
Wait, so are we not friends because you're a count?
No, what I meant to say is...
Look, enough with the titles. I'm a busy woman, so let's get moving already.
I will have you know, a noble is nothing without their... Never mind. I asked you here because I need your help dealing with bandits in my territory.
That's it? Well, sure. I'm happy to help.
That was easy. I suppose it does indeed pay to have some true friends in one's corner.
Sure does. Besides, if just you and Ignatz try to do it, you're gonna get kicked into next moon.
Have you ever considered not saying the first thing that pops into your head? The two of us could easily handle this matter. I am simply being prudent. Also, these are not some run-of-the-mill ruffians, but rather highly trained former mercenaries.
Right, the old mercenary to bandit career path.
They have some connection to my father as well.
Mercenary
So I
to
would like
prison
to uncover
pipeline.
what we can in the process.
You got it, boss. We fight and win, I'm sure some info will turn up on your old man.
I am not certain I follow your logic, though I suppose it would be the preferred outcome. Now then, we should be off. With my subjects in peril, there is not a moment to waste. We will depart as soon as you are ready.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'll take my payment in meat, please.
I shall tell the kitchen to prepare a ham.
One ham? What are we doing? Really beef up my sword. Should be simple enough.
Hear me well, you fell brigands. Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
All right, here I go. There's nothing.
I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, stand in judgment before you.
So, not to be a jerk, but when you stand up and scream your name like that, it prevents us from launching any kind of sneak attack.
House Gloucester has no need of such dishonest trickery. If our foe is asleep, kick out their pillow before the battle begins. Firstly, let us deal with the bandits outside the base. I shall not permit you to wreak any more havoc within my borders. Coddle me. I am more than capable of holding my own against this pack of curs.
Now that I think of it, we're near the place where Claude's grandfather met his end, aren't we?
Indeed. I think you are correct. Could this group perchance have some connection to that most unfortunate incident? You yourself are a former mercenary, yes? Pray point out everyone you recognize.
You do realize that not every mercenary knows each other, right?
Yeah, lines, come on.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Well, we're just waiting for it to open, I guess.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
Keep your eyes on me!
That is enough for the soldiers outside. Let us proceed to attacking the base. By the good name of Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, you foul marauders shall terrorize my subjects no longer!
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this through.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
All right, here I go. There's nothing these muscles can't do.
Not a problem.
So nice of them to evenly distribute themselves out here.
I've got this.
Gloucester, let's get out of here before we get beaten to a pulp again!
We let these folks go. They'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's track them down.
I won't lose!
Okay, time to attack.
This stronghold will fall!
My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
They were merchants, yes?
Yeah. They were traveling with the old Duke Regan and got attacked by monsters.
Guess I'll take care of this one. Hold it right there.
When my father employed these mercenaries, monster attacks were a rather common occurrence in this region. And these monsters took the lives of both the former Duke Regan and Raphael's parents.
Attention, Lawrence. If you keep staring off into space, some bandit's gonna run up and conk you on the head.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Now it is my turn.
I'll try that video lines.
I will show you what I am made of. Yes, of course. I must focus on the battle at hand.
This stronghold will fall!
Alright, that should be all.
We can't get out the front. Let's cut around back.
There is something strange about the...
Alright, here I go. There's nothing these muscles can't do.
Damn it. Oh.
Enemies' current movement. Perhaps they have another escape route in mind?
I think this will go well.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
Not a problem. I've got this.
There's a hallway.
I'll defeat you! I won't lose! What do you think of this? They're trying to get out the back way. After them.
Yeah, no escape. It's funny how you're like a real knight now, Ignatz. You used to be so scrawny.
I think everyone looks scrawny compared to you, Raphael.
Take care of these guys.
We stopped them.
The Count? Where's your father, you little brat?
Retire. I am the Count of Gloucester now.
You don't say. Well, in that case, I'll have to take my revenge on you instead.
He seeks vengeance against my father. Whatever was driving these people?
I've got you!
Alright.
Alright, there's nothing these muscles can't do.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Take a left. I just gotta be careful with this rapier. Yeah, I should take.
Troubled by this development. But as the ruler of this domain, I must do my duty and eliminate these bandits.
A fight hit! This is awful. We have to do something.
Okay.
Not a problem.
There.
I've got this.
All right, here I go. There's nothing these muscles.
Say, Raphael?
Keep quiet and fight, Ignatz. These guys are serious business.
One's help. Yes.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I cannot do.
And maybe I'll just stuff these strongholds up here. Everyone else is occupied.
Now, let us bring it down! Accept your defeat!
Ain't you traitorous nobles tired of beating us up yet?
There we go.
Wait.
Not a problem. I've got this.
All right, here I go. There's nothing.
You claim my father betrayed you?
Used us and threw us away like trash, he did. Then he tried to make us disappear so as to sweep it under the rug.
What do you think of this?
This stronghold will fall!
mercy for our enemies.
Nice one.
Splendid! We have the advantage.
Alright, now that mostly everyone's cleared out.
I'm prepared to see this through.
It's my turn!
Take a breather.
None shall surpass me! Preparations complete. Greatness demands
Just kill me and be done with it already. At least that way it'll finally be over.
I would speak with you yet. I need to understand what has transpired here.
We did it!
We won!
Meat party when we get home, and Lawrence is buying.
You all go on ahead. I must speak with the bandit we captured.
Gotta get stronger.
I've found strength in adversity. I can excel when I need to.
Hey, a new power. All right.
I had this power within me all the while?
There you are, Lawrence! That took so long, I thought maybe that bandit general got you.
We had much to discuss, which I will share with all of you now.
Did you uncover the reason for their grudge against your father?
Indeed. As we suspected, they were once mercenaries in his employ. At first, they were used in the ways one might think, keeping villages safe, guarding the border, and so on. But one day, they were given a very strange order by a supposed envoy of my father.
Well, what was the order?
They were told to threaten any merchants heading toward Regan and force them to turn back.
Yeah, that's a weird one, all right.
The mercenaries felt the same and balked at the idea of raising their swords against unarmed merchants. Instead, they decided to chase a pack of wild monsters into the merchant's path and scare them that way.
I mean, I like the intent. They didn't want to, like, directly harm them.
Hey, smart thinking.
I'm not so sure about that.
The plan worked, at first. Then one day they caught wind that merchants were approaching and loosed monsters on them per the established method. An ordinary group of merchants would have simply run away and lived. But one among this group drew his sword and began to fight. This was Lord Godfrey, who at the time held the title of Duke Regan. He fought valiantly, but ultimately in vain. Sadly, he perished along with the merchants he had hoped to protect.
Merchants that included Raphael's parents.
So the former Duke Regan and Raphael's parents all died because of your dad, Lawrence?
So it would seem. I am terribly sorry, Raphael. Please, accept my apology in my father's stead.
Hey, knock it off. You didn't do anything wrong.
As it happens, my parents were meant to accompany Godfrey that day. But they had a scheduling conflict and recommended that Raphael's parents go instead, which means...
Not you too, Ignatz! Look, everybody. Kids aren't responsible for what their parents do.
Lawrence, do we know for sure that the order came from your father?
I was wondering the same thing. Your father was always protective of the nobility's reputation, and it seems strange he would do something so sneaky, and so anti-merchant besides.
Based on what the bandit said, I suspect it was someone from our house acting alone. By the time my father realized what was happening, the culprit had vanished, along with any hope of ever sussing out their true motives. Only the mercenaries remained, and my father had no choice but to punish them.
I bet they didn't care at all about what happened behind the scenes. As far as they were concerned, their employer betrayed them.
But I don't get how any of this has to do with you right now, Lawrence.
A feudal lord is responsible for all that happens within their realm. Therefore, anything left unresolved by my father falls by necessity to me. I would also like to pay appropriate reparations to both you and your family, as is fair and proper.
But I don't need anything from you. I can take care of my family plenty well on my own. Besides, I made my peace with what happened to my folks a long time ago. Can't change that now. All you can do is stir up a bunch of old, painful memories.
Yes, but still...
But nothing. I'm done talking about this. I'll still take my reward for beating up the bandits, though. Meat party, remember? You promised me the finest ham in all the land. And just thinking about it's got me drooling.
This does not sit right with me. What should I do?
Meat party, meat party, meat party.
Less talk, more ham. And you better have enough for me and Ignatz, too.
Oh, right.
Very well. In that case, I shall arrange for the finest spread of meat the world has ever seen. I stake House Gloucester's very reputation on it.
Now that's the right thing to do.
Still feels a little weird to leave it like this, but I guess this is for the best.
A lot to do. Let's push through. Yeah, that was just a paralog. We didn't. It's got the basic rewards out of it. There, you got a time limit. Gonna be tough.
I've got this.
look forward to a worthy opponent.
Yeah, let's go!
Pushy. Eddie's night.
Just turn me loose already.
My time to shine.
Okay, let's start.
Time to go.
So long as we persist, victory awaits. Now is our chance. They cannot stop us.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me. No messing around if we want to win.
We'll rush the stronghold at once.
Let's do this! All right, take it down.
Good. We've gained control.
What's next?
Retreat! You like that?
It's not over.
Time to crush the enemy. I hope Captain approves.
Job well done, if I do say so myself.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Now is our... They cannot stop us.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Actually,
Let's try this.
I'll get this one.
Let's see how this goes.
I'll discuss
I'm
this
on
one.
it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Let's keep it going.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
retreat is the final strategy.
One step closer to victory. Now is our chance. They cannot stop us.
Retreat! Time to make a name for ourselves. I knew this was a possibility.
Not dying here.
All right, you're improving. I'd expect nothing less from Hilda's plasma.
This is all my fault.
Okay, what's next?
Tastes more bitter than black as coffee.
What can I say? I'm that good.
Probably best to hold this position, right?
Can't let it end like this.
You'll have to take things from here.
Get out of here!
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Something I can't do. I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
Let's try this.
Everything's
Let's see how this
gonna be
goes.
fine.
Now is our chance.
Let's go make yourself useful.
They cannot stop.
Crush the enemy! Get out of here! I hope the captain approves!
Coming through!
Gotta keep my guard up!
We'll rush the stronghold at once.
How did I get myself into this mess?
Let's do this! I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
Got it! I'll fight alongside side.
No problem, I got it.
You'll have to take things from here.
Job well done, if I do say so myself. You like that?
Let's do this! What's next?
You might be a little tight on time.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay, 3 minutes. There better not be anything after this.
My apologies. There is no path my blade cannot forge.
Still a long way to go.
If these arms get any bigger, I'll have to start going sleeveless.
Did you see that? I'll master this.
Now.
To sum up, we've agreed to an armistice with the Empire. From now on, our enemies are the Kingdom and the Church of Seros.
The church is our enemy now? You say it like you're just moving pieces on a chessboard.
To be clear, this is not a repudiation of the teachings of Seros themselves. All we're aiming for is the dissolution of the Central Church.
That would mean killing Lady Rhea. Is that really the right thing to do?
I didn't speak with them very much, but Sedith and Lady Rhea didn't seem like bad people.
Those two aren't what they seem to be. If what the Empire says is true, that is.
Are we just gonna take them at their word?
I hate to say it, but it sure sounds like you let the Empire talk you into buying the whole store.
Look, the Empire is obviously trying to use this as a means to their own end. But do you honestly think I'd agree to a deal that sets them up better than us? I'm using them right back. Balance of power in Fodlan has already collapsed. If we just sit on the sidelines, our position is only going to get weaker. By cooperating with the Empire, we can expand our influence and power as much as they do, if not more. This is the only way we can end the war quickly while maintaining Leicester's independence.
And for that purpose, you would throw Fargus to the wolves, despite holding no animosity towards them?
You and I may not hold any grudges, but if you look to our history, you'll see it was the Kingdom who tossed us to the wolves first.
That's not an excuse, bud.
When our people were fighting for independence from the Empire, Fargus attacked and conquered Leicester for themselves. And even after we finally won our freedom in the Crescent Moon War, they've continued to meddle in our affairs, like causing that rift in House Daphne.
Yes, well...
Thanks.
Besides, they're harboring the Central Church, and I can't condone that. I've always been skeptical of that dogma they preach. It's just a way for them to force their own belief system onto everyone else. Their creed legitimizes Fodlan's system of nobility, which values crests above all else and leaves no room for people of different backgrounds or faiths. And if what the Empire says is true, then I couldn't even begin to count the number of crimes the Central Church has committed.
Claude, are you saying that you intend to destroy our current system of nobility? Because that...
I have news. A battle has broken out in ALL between Imperial troops and the Knights of Seros.
The Imperial Army has already stationed troops as far north as ALL?
That's a little too close to Daphne territory for my liking.
It seems Catherine is commanding the Knights. The Imperial troops are in for a serious fight.
Ah, Catherine.
Catherine was definitely the strongest out of all the Knights of Seros.
What shall we do, Your Majesty? If we're to honor the pact we just signed, we should go and reinforce the Imperial troops.
Yeah, you're right.
Not so fast. We have not finished our conversation. Just what exactly are your intentions for Fodlan, Claude?
Honestly, I want to break this place wide open and tear down every last one of its insular customs. If we can't do that, then there's no real path forward. Now is the time to steel ourselves and take action.
Are you sure? How exactly are you planning to explain all that to the people in the Federation who adhere to the Church's teachings?
Oh, I already have something in mind. In fact, I'll need your help to see it through.
Well, you'll have it. I just hope whatever you've got up your sleeve is actually a good idea.
It is. Judith, Lawrence, I need you to trust me and follow my lead for now, okay? Now, let's go wipe out those knights near Daphne territory. Everyone, prepare to move out.
You good with this, Shamir?
I told you before, I'm not part of the Knights of Seros anymore.
But we're gonna be fighting Catherine this time. Didn't you two used to be real close?
We were partners back then, but that's all in the past. Now we walk our own paths. I won't hesitate to do what must be done.
Not even a hint of doubt. She really is something.
That's gonna be... Anyway, I'm all for separation of church and state. Learned something already? Alright, I guess we're doing this.
I stand ready.
I'll show you what a mercenary can do.
Yeah, let's go!
Get this over with.
The fight starts now.
All hail the king!
A grappler.
I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
Yeah, let's do this. Don't worry, I won't slack off.
Let's try this. Let's see how this... Yeah, I'll give it everything I've got.
Is that all we've got?
Looks like we got a live one. Time to get in there and fight.
This looks like a sticky situation. We have to be careful. So this is defeat.
I'm on it. No charge. Just leave it to me.
I'm sorry.
What can I say? I'm that good.
Watching my sights.
Is that all we've got?
I'm on. Just leave it to me.
Don't worry, we can skip my turn, you know.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Let's keep it going.
That all you got?
Oh, you stupid worm.
I'm on it.
Little bastard
no
focus.
charge. Just leave it to me.
Oh, actually.
Don't worry.
bloodbath!
Let him hold it down.
Yeah! Wins all around.
Hey, a new power. All right.
Ooh, and the silver weapons. Worth it.
Uh-huh.
Hey!
Everything's back. First, let's gather those supplies.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Even use expanding.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Go to the blacksmith.
Hey there. Need something?
Guess my rank isn't high enough for that.
See you around.
Everyone has decent real weapons and such, right? For the most part. We'll wrap this up with a little support.
Ah, fresh air. Time to get out of here and shake things up.
Sneaking off in the dead of night again, Balthus? Is it too much to ask that you not break every rule in the book?
Yeah, hey, Holst. Sure is a pleasant evening for a little stroll, yeah?
You can't honestly believe I'd fall for that. You know I'm going to have to write you up for this.
You have to do what you have to do, I guess. Or you could just come with me. What do you say?
If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to help you. Oh, very well. I'll join you.
Holes don't enable him.
Thought so. An upstanding guy like you would never. Hold on, back up a sec. You're actually coming? You?
That's right, Balthus. On one condition. I decide where we're going tonight.
Fine by me. But what's your game here? You've never been one for bending the rules.
Make no mistake, I went through the proper channels to get leave to go off base tonight. For the both of us, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait, for me too? Alright, it's your turn to share, pal. Hard as it is to believe, there are only so many tales about the storied king of grappling, and you've heard them all, twice.
Very well. Truth is, Balthus, I'm gravely worried about Hilda.
When are you not?
Oh yeah? What's been going on?
Her behavior has been peculiar as of late.
She seemed fine when I ran into her today. You sure you're not just imagining things?
No, something is off. I'm certain of it. She's been giving me the cold shoulder.
Have you tried talking to her? You could ask what her deal is.
Our cold shoulder do you not understand, Balthus?
But whenever I try to broach the subject, she just walks away. I don't remember doing anything that would have made her so upset. What has happened to my darling little sister? Tell me, Balthus.
Don't look at me, I'm as stumped as you. Maybe she's just at that age where she wants some independence. Though she's still all, Balti do this and Balti do that with me, come to think of it.
Here I am, pouring my heart out, and you have the gall to brag about my sweet sister's attentions. Unbelievable.
You really lose your cool when it comes to Hilda, you know that? Let it be known that on this day, the mighty host, Defender of Leicester, revealed his true colors.
I'd gladly give up my reputation if that's what it takes to get Hilda back to normal.
I don't think that's gonna fix whatever's going on with her, pal.
Host. We reached a pretty good stopping point this stream. Yeah, this is bound to be a controversial decision, but as the Federation, we're gonna push through it. So we're gonna keep fighting a good fight next time. See you then.